So you want to get that competitive edge over your other rivals on Valorant by reducing your ping. I'm going to show you how to do that with port forwarding. And you can also use port triggering, but in this one we're going to use port forwarding because we're using range of IPs. I'll go into the detail on how to do this. If you're not sure who I am though, I'm Beardedbob, been gaming for 35 years plus. I know a lot about gaming peripherals like mice, keyboards, monitors. But today I'm going to show you exactly how to get that edge, bring your ping down to the lowest it can be on Valorant. First thing you're going to need to do is get the range of ports that you need for Valorant, and here they are. And then you're also going to need to log into your router. Each one's different. I can't help you with that, but mine's an Asus GT-AX 1100 running the Merlin firmware, which is a hacked firmware. You've got the port triggers and port forwarding option here. So these are port triggers. This basically means you don't need to know your local IP address. I'll show you how to get that, your LAN IP. And we're going to use port forwarding because this allows us to add this allows us to add port ranges, which you can see here. This is using a port range. That's what that hyphen is. So port triggering doesn't allow me to do that, so therefore I have to put in port forwarding. Now some routers have limitations on how many ports you can forward. This one's limited to 64 rules. On triggering it's 32. But each router is different. You'll have to have a look. So if you need to know your local IP address, if you use Windows key and command, type ipconfig. My local IP is 192.168.2.6. Now you can check that on your router. You also need to make sure it's a static IP address. Most of them will get that anyway the least time, but most routers by default are set to DHCP. That means your IP address could change and therefore your port forwarding would be disabled because this is specific to a local IP. Each router is different again on that, but normally it's on the LAN. And then you can then find the static IP and you put your device, your Xbox, your PlayStation, your PC, whatever it is, to a static IP. It's a lot easier. So we're going to add a rule here. There's some of these ones you can pick the predefined stuff. This is no good to us. Finger. And gaming list. We're not going to have these counter strikes on here, but you know, they're so limited I wouldn't even bother. Service name, I'd call mine Val1. There's about 7 or 8 rules in this. You just keep them unique naming basically. The port's going to be TCP. We're using TCP and UDP. The first port is 80, which is pretty simple. You can do the internal port. I'm going to do it for the ones that I know, but when there's a range, you can't add the range in. It is optional. And the IP address, I already know it, 192.168.2.6. You have to put that in for each one. Source IP, we don't know because it's the Valorant servers. Again, optional. Sometimes you'll need to put like an asterisk in there or something if it won't accept it. Here's the next one. Call this Val2. We'll go through these. But port forwarding does give advantages. It's proven to lower latency. Basically, it takes some of the load off and thinking from the router. You can actually just go down here and click PC. But there we go. There's the ports in place, ready to rock and roll. And now we can see whether we get the ping down a little bit. I'm normally around 10 anyway, but any advantage is certainly worth it. So just watching. Check out some other videos you like mouse or any mods for gaming mice to give you more advantage. And I'll see you soon. Catch you later. Bye bye.